How's it going? It's Matt again for a new episode of Matt Tries Baking. I think it's been about 3 years, so I'm reviving this series. Today we are going to be making croissants. So in order to do this, I'm going to need to employ the help of my friend Mattia.
Bonjour, mon ami. This is me, Mattia, here to teach you how to make the croissant, just like we do back home in France. Now, the croissant may seem simple, but it takes years and years of practice to learn how to make it nice and buttery and puffy and melt in your mouthy. So do exactly as I say, and we should make it to it alive. Okay, so first thing we want to do is put all the ingredients into a bowl. In here we already have the flour on top of the butter, and to this we will add some yeast, some sugar, and some salt. And then we will mix it slowly for about a minute. Almost. I've become Russian. Okay, so after dealing with your Russian side trying to come through, once you've got all the ingredients in a bowl, just begin mixing them at a low speed for 1 minute. Okay, so after we have mixed all of this together, we add the milk while we are mixing it still. I would show you me doing this, but I only have 2 hands, and one of them is holding the camera. Okay, so as you can see, we are mixing the dough. We are having a little bit of difficulty because this is a handheld mixer, and but I think we should be fine. It should work out well. I'm not sure this is correct. It's looking very crumbly, so excuse me a moment while I go to see if I missed anything. Okay, so I realized my mistake. You see, I meant to have a dough attachment on the Z mixer, which I do not currently have. So this means that I will have to do this old school and do it by hand. Okay, so we were successful at mixing the dough, and we've rolled it now into a bowl. And we are going to now roll it flat, singing the song my grandmama taught me back in France. Roll, roll, roll the dough gently till it's flat. Merrily, 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 croissants will make you fat. Okay, so thanks to the nostalgia of that song, I was a little over zealous with the rolling of the dough, so it is a little flatter than we would have wanted it, but now we put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, so this has now been in the fridge for 30 minutes, so now we will roll it out to an exact measurement of 10 by 14 inches. Okay, so we have now shaped this with our hands, so it is pretty well an exact rectangle of the dimensions that we want. So now once again going into the fridge, this time for 4 hours. Okay, so while we are waiting for the croissant dough to finish in the fridge, I'll tell you guys a little story about the origin of the croissant. You see, it actually came from the original French settlers in Australia, the very first settlers there. When they came into contact with the indigenous people of Australia, who started throwing boomerangs at them. So they came back to France and were like, oh, we want to recreate this wonderful weapon. But what they found was that there are no trees in France. There was only pastry. And so they tried to recreate this with pastry, but instead they ended up throwing a wonderful treat at the enemy, and it just gave the enemy supplies. So they're like, well, why not use this to make friends? So they started selling them to all of their surrounding countries and made friends with them until certain historical events, which I will not go into detail of. Okay, so just before we take the dough out of the fridge, we need to create a butter layer. Look how much butter we need. Look at this. But yes, we need to bring this up to room temperature and create a layer to go over the top of the dough. Look at it. It is so beautiful. It is. Look how whipped it is. You beat the butter. Beat it. Okay, so our next step now is practically French origami. So we're pretty much going to take the butter, put it in here, fold this over, fold it over, and roll it out and all of that. So yeah, if you are good at origami, I don't think it will help actually, let's be honest. Okay, so now we just seal over the dough on the outside of this butter, and they will never know how much butter we used in this recipe. It is a secret we will take to our graves. It is now hidden. We do not tell of it. Okay, so we now have the dough at the desired length. So now here comes the origami part. We fold it into thirds. Oh no, the butter has escaped. Okay, so we have we did manage to hide the butter and then roll this out again. It is still trying to escape, you can see it, but we have just captured it. Will not escape from us. It cannot get away. Okay, so we have now rolled out and folded and rolled out and folded this dough many times now to get layers upon layers upon layers. And now we must put it back in the fridge for about 4 hours, or it is about 10 o'clock at night now, so I'm just going to leave it in overnight. Bonjour, mon ami. It is a new day, and let's get ready to finish off and bake and eat these croissants. Let's go! Okay, so the dough is finally ready, so we are going to now cut it like a cake, like a French cake, into pieces. I will keep you updated. Look, it is almost ready. So now we must roll it into the correct shape, because currently it looks like pizza, but you know it's not pizza, because it's a croissant. Look at it. And then shape it, and then we must let it rest, because it has had a tough and tiring couple of days. Ooh, this one here is going to be a special croissant, because we are going to add chocolate. It is going to be a croissant above all other croissants. You see, it is a special croissant, but we may not know until tasting which one it is. So, we will have to taste them all. Okay, the time has come. These croissants have rested well enough, and they are ready for the transition from dough into pastry. So, just open up the oven, and in they go. Bye bye, baby croissants. Okay, they are finally ready. Look at them. Look, they are so beautiful. Look at that. My goodness. Yeah. Look at that. Look at these beautiful pieces of art. This is our chocolate one. Look at this chocolate on the inside. This has been Matt Tries Baking episode 2, trying to bake croissants, and we have done a wonderful job. So I will see you next time, but for now, au revoir.